With the rewriting of history, Terra was different. Rather than being isolated, it was part of a community. Reality planes no longer existed, and everyone was free. But this brought with a host of new dangers as well. You want to travel to the fringe worlds? I'm sorry, I think I may have misheard. You know how dangerous they are, Andyman. Andyman's alive! Of course I do, Velasquez. But threats must be taken seriously. We've been tipped off a potential attack. I can't just stand by and watch this. It could injure galactic stability. Surely I can request a short leave. Nobody remembered what Terra was like before the change. Nami and Nagi were wiped from the annals of history. But so too would the child of Exodus be forgotten. For death in suspension meant losing more than life. Velasquez assembled a small task force he could rely on. They'd help protect Terra's standing in the galaxy. But so much had changed, and things were different. People who were once close might not even meet. And what does your protege think? Is it going to be righty? I can't force them into the situation. We need their input as well, Inhuman. Of course. Inhuman turns to the side and calls for his partner. It's going to be righty? His input was just as valuable to the king. It's righty! Inhuman is correct, my lord. This threat is not like the others. It's not just Terra that would be affected. I would humbly request our leave as well. I am in no position to order you around, but know that we could save many lives. Velasquez strokes his chin in deep thought. I could easily send our ambassadors. Would diplomacy not avert this crisis? I'm afraid not, and nobody could know that we left. It would be off the books. Secret. Oh my god, Furry 6 going dark! Subterfuge, some would say. Ruling Terra required more care than ever before. One decision could send ripples across the galaxy. Velasquez's decision were always under scrutiny. Every world was watching each other. No one was alone. Are you sure you could keep this a secret? I would hate for our world to suffer. Our reputation is special to me, righty. I am confident in our ability. Very well, I trust you. Tell me more about this threat. I'd like to know the scope of it all. So what's up with Conrad, then? Velasquez and his task force focus on galactic issues. His ambassadors, however, handle things much smaller. They represented Terra in the Galactic Senate. Issues such as trade and immigration were their concern. Dusk! They want to send us more refugees. Have we not already taken all we can? I don't know if I agree with this choice. Oh god! But the people of Albea Prime need help. Their crisis is an opportunity, Dusk. This is where we can afford to barter. What do we need from them? Besides, you can't come off as greedy. Of course not. It's our decision. We'd be far from the first world to do it, and their local export sells for a lot. Do you think teeth would be acceptable? That's exactly what I was going for. Open doors to Albea Prime for a price. We'll sell their goods, and our economy booms. We can't just offer our shelter for free. People would take advantage of us. Velasquez can have the final say. Very well, but you can't be forgotten. You can't be forgetting. Our trip to the Senate is approaching. We need to handle this in a swift manner. Yeah, I heard you the first time. I'm packing all my stuff next week. I hope they like our ideas this time. So she kind of she's a diplomat. She's like in diplomacy and politics and shit. Every year, the Galactic Senate would gather together. They'd share ideas and vote for the betterment of all. Meeting on the core worlds, they held deliberations, but it wasn't just the larger things that needed ruling. Every town on Terra had an elected governor. They were given enough power to rule on their own. This was so Velasquez and his team could relax. Managing their galactic standing was more than enough. Player! You're not a douchebag anymore? A motion to decrease the price of produce? I wasn't aware that we were overcharging. What do you think we should do? Why are you still in rags, Kabu? Also, you're alive! It might not be expensive to you, father. But not everybody has the same standards. There are people who struggle on Terra. I would lower it, but not by too much. We don't want to sell ourselves short. Should we use the other towns as a guide? That'd be a great idea, my son. Would you be willing to take that trip? We'd be able to price more competitively. I'd love to do that, actually. I get to visit Kayleen in his home. I haven't seen him in a very long time. Very well, then it's decided. But there's no need to leave just yet. We have quite a few motions to look over. It's the tavern! Did Trish go on to law school? Many were pushed apart in unexpected ways. But thanks to change, many were also brought together. However, they never know that things had changed. To them, their lives had always been this peaceful. Wait, let me get this straight, Trish. King Velasquez offered you a job? Yeah, I was just as shocked as you are. I mean, can you even believe this is true? No! Well, no! But probably for different reasons. Are you going to accept his offer? Of course! This is the best thing that's ever happened. I'll definitely get to perfect my art. And I'll make sure to advertise your tavern. No, there's no need for that. Don't want you breaking any rules. We can handle things on our own. I guess you're right. I did put you up a now hiring sign, though. Figured you need some extra help. Thanks, that was really nice of you. I appreciate everything you've done for us. Just then, someone knocks on the tavern door. If you'll excuse me, Trish. He leaves the conversation and answers the door. A friendship that lasted a lifetime would form that day. Oh my god! Conrad, still dressed as an assassin, is going to trade in that gear. And is going to dress like that. I want all of you to picture that because that's what's going to fucking happen. Welcome to the Wayfarer's Tavern, sir. What can I do for you on this fine day? Please tell me he is Please tell me he's here for the job. Please tell me he's there for the job. Yes! I saw a job posting outside, actually. I was wondering if it's still available. Oh my god, Conrad's gonna be the assassin waiter. It's gonna be dressed like that. Oh, I can't take this. You gotta be fucking kidding me! Where's Fidget? While others stayed in Riley, others moved away. Oh, Terra was now a bustling world full of opportunity. But even if there was distance, many remained united. Kabu, it's so good to see you again. I was just about to write you, actually. Can't believe you managed to surprise me. He hugs his friend and they share a moment of joy. They didn't know why, but they became great friends. As if something inside them called to one another. Perhaps remnants of their tragedy had stayed with them. Why are you two still dressed in rags? Kylin, not for so long. People are starting to stare. But it's good to see you too, my friend. The embrace is broken and both wear large smiles. So what brings you here, Kabu? Surely it's business of some sort. Yeah, you're right. But it requires your input, actually. Player wants to reevaluate some pricing. Oh, well, I can help with that. I do the same thing with my boss. I knew you'd never let me down. So, this is a matter of produce. Citizens think we're overcharging. They walk down the street, staying close as they talk. Oh, that's definitely a tough one. That kind of stuff is a necessity. It's easy to charge more for that. We dealt with that a while ago, too. But I think we settled at a nice price. At least the citizens seem to enjoy it. So much has changed, you know. Getting a new governor will do that. But he's been very popular with the people. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. Your town elected a new leader. What did you say his name was again? It's Riley! Jesus! Fuck! Seems in this new world, even enemies were friends. Souls that were lost had the chance to shine again. This changed the direction of many people's lives, including those that would otherwise cling to the past. Wait, I actually did it correct. Are we going to see the mother? Are we going to see a new character in the fucking epilogue? Trish always told me that was wrong. I'm really confused now, PB. I guess we did have our differences. It's just cleaning glass, though. If you damage them, we can buy more. She did most of the damaging, actually. I wonder what the king saw in her. I guess she made good drinks or something. Maybe we'll never know. Velisquez rules in mysterious ways. Just focus on the tavern, alright? Alright. So what do I do next? I mean, all the glass is clean now. I swept the floors and wiped the windows. You've done too much, Fidget. Just relax and take a breather. I don't want you burning yourself out. Just then, another visitor arrives at the tavern. They gently knock at the door, and Fidget smiles. Home a little earlier today? Don't worry, I'll get it, PB. He runs to the door, leaving his brother behind. He opens it, the smiling face of his mother awaits. He leaps in her arms, and she softly kisses his cheek. It was an embrace that he never wanted to end. It seems that in this moment, everything was fine. Not just for Fidget, but for the galaxy as a whole. Terra went on to live a long and prosperous life, and those who lived there were given happiness, the better future that they always deserved. Edmund and Riley went on to carry out their mission. They performed with honor and stopped a massive threat. Feeling guilty, however, Velisquez came clean. He told the Galactic Senate what they had planned. Instead of punishment, however, they were rewarded. The Galactic Senate wanted to hire their services. Together, they founded a new branch of government, agents dedicated to covertly diffusing threats. They would forever be remembered as the founders. Edmund and Riley became a vital part of history. After their passing, they were used as a measure. Everyone aimed to do as much good in the galaxy as them. Dusk and Sam continued to serve as Terra's ambassadors. Their time was devoted to enhancing quality of life. Terra's standing in the galactic community was high. Happiness and peace were a commonplace on this world. Eventually, they were asked to serve the core worlds. Over time, they came to rule the Galactic Senate. It was their job to rule over the annual deliberations. Henceforth, their ideas were never discarded again. Claire and Kabu continued to govern the town of Riley. It became known for its peaceful and affordable life. But as time passed, old age took the life of Claire. His son ran in the election and secured leadership. He maintained the town his father worked to create, but in the end, he was able to make it even better. Riley became a home for the more upper-class citizens, a far cry from its more humble beginnings in poverty. Conrad was hired and began working at the tavern. He served out his days as a loyal denizen of Riley. He lived a small, happy life of complete peace. He never experienced the danger of battle again. PB2 lived a quiet life of happiness. Running the tavern with Conrad, they made a fortune. As Riley rose in rank, so did their revenue. Eventually, it became the most luxurious bar on Terra. Triss served Velisquez for the rest of her days. Over time, with practice, she perfected her art. She was responsible for lots of tourism to the castle. Everyone wanted to taste her beautiful concoctions. And to them, the castle gates remained forever open. Caitlin served with Riley for many years to come. But much like Claire, old age got the better of him. Running for office, Caitlin succeeded his boss. Him and his best friend had both become governors. They promptly united both of their towns as one. In the future, it'd be known as New Riley. You could fucking do that? There'd be a lot of new fucking buildings to connect them. Together, they had led their home to prosperity. And they were remembered for many years to come. Fidget remained under the tutelage of his mother. She was considered one of the brightest minds on Terra. However, this time, the Exodus project never happened. She was not claimed, and they lived together in joy. She was responsible for many technological advances. As they got older, she taught her son her ways. She did pass away, but Fidget was able to let go. He went on to continue her work and aid the galaxy. It was a harsh truth that nobody could live forever. This even rang true for the immortal King Velisquez. He was remembered as Terra's greatest leader, taught in every school for generations to come. In that sense, maybe he was immortal. The annals of time never forget such men. Terra went on to experience an eternal peace. They lived forever in harmony with the galaxy. Earth, however, would remain largely unchanged. It was introverted, concerned with its own matters. It would be a while before they entered the community, but life still changed, and all for the better. With the sacrifice of Exodus, tragedies were averted. This left things free to proceed as they were meant to. Hype escalated as the launch of Clasis Tour arrived, but due to these changes, there was only one winner. Absolutely not, I forbid it. I can't just let you go out alone. Remember what happened the last few times? What the fuck? 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 What? But Singe, I really want to. I should be there to greet him personally. Especially after all the pop star he drank. What the? That's fucking close! Woo! You'll have plenty of time to meet him, but it will have to be later on. Rook and Jade will be picking him up. And I'm sorry, but that's final. You know the press can get, Clace. I don't want you in the spotlight just yet. Clay slumps down in his chair, sad at this news. In his mind, he should greet the contest winner. After all, this entire thing was his idea. Fine. But you should let him take the limo. At least do that for me, alright? Otherwise it'll be boring for him. I don't think you heard me properly. We must avoid undue attention. We'll save it for all the tour launch. Please, just let them take the limo. Imagine if you won such a huge contest. You'd be let down if you got anything less. You're the one who said this was great PR. Do you want to seem cheap to everybody? Then by all means, send a tiny car. Singe groans, resting his face in his hands. His scales, or whatever. Fine, I'll give them the limo. But I'm not doing this happily. At least let the record show that. Yeah, but you don't do anything happily. So, this is just typical Singe, right? As awkward silence ensues before they start laughing. But seriously, let's focus here. You should probably tell Inumi what's up. He loves hanging out in that limo, right? Yeah, I'll do it. He'll be so happy to go along. Who is the contest winner again? His name is Kila. As many things changed, some new bonds were forged. Wounds of the past would never again be reopened. They worked with further efforts as the tour approached. But even the most dedicated workers deserved some rest. So, I guess this is it, huh? Our last day to relax and unwind? Tomorrow the tour starts in force. Yeah, you said it, Jade. I wish we had more time to relax. Things are going to get pretty busy. It won't be that bad in the end. Traveling the world is fun in prospect. And you know, we get to do it together. He smiles at Jade, and she smiles back. So why did you pick this place? You had to know that I hate water. You're up to something, aren't you? No way, I'm offended. When would I have ulterior motives? I'm a man of pure heart and spirit. With an impeccable sense of humor, too. Come on, Rook, spill the beans. Rook walks to the railing and looks in the water. He waves Jade over and she joins him in observing. Again, I hate water. I can think of something that hates it more. Something that's no longer... He's throwing away his tablet! Oh yeah? What is that? Rook smiles and walks to the opposite railing. With a running start, he throws his tablet in the water. It hits far away, and they can hear its impact loudly. Rook, what the fuck? He turns around. That was company property! He turns around and embraces Jade with a smile. She's caught off guard and starts giggling. A blush appears on her face at sudden advance. Because I have everything I need right here. They share a kiss alone on the quiet dock. Oh, it's so beautiful. This is it's a happy ending. What the fuck? Their only witness, the setting sun, the slowly setting sun. Fuck you, son! One day I'll punch you. It brings with it the end of a special day, and the beginning of something even more special. Though history was changed, many things stayed the same. This rang true with the guitarist Shock and Rocker. They were relaxing backstage while dusting off awards, and living with the hope that they might get more. So, you ready for the big show? I've been practicing overtime now. Lots of critics to impress this time. Yeah, I suppose I'm ready, but I don't care about the critics. They take the fun out of everything. I play because it's my passion, Shock. I don't do it to get evaluated. To me, the music brings happiness. Are you calling me vain or something? I play to impress the entire world. Not everybody is as talented as we are. Of course not. You're not vain. Some people like that kind of validation. I just like staying in the shadows while you're in the spotlight on the stage. And I'm grateful to have this chance. He cracks open a Pop Star and starts chugging. He swallows it and lets out a refreshing sigh. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like one? No thanks. I quit a while back now. He took up whiskey. Like a normal person. While some remained in the shadows, others found light. But it was under much better circumstances than before. With a chance to debut his skills, Daz practiced hard. Damn, I forgot about those things. Whoa. Yes, Numi, I get to sing for everyone. I wrote a song, and I'll do my best. But I'm not the greatest piano player. Why did I envision you playing piano? That's so cool. I'm proud of you. You know, people call my brother stubborn, but he fights for everything. But he fights for things that help others. Just like he did to help me. Daz smiles, knowing the story of Inui's adoption. She practices her dance moves while he watches in awe. Wow, Daz, you're really good at that. Not even Clace could pull that move off. Do we get to see the dance move? Don't forget me when you're a celebrity. She laughs, but she's secretly hopeful. Deep inside, she hopes to impress at the concert. Her piece is somber, showing off her potential, composed from memories deep inside of her heart. I don't think I'll ever forget you, Inumi. Something tells me you're here to stay. But I need to practice now, is that okay? Of course, don't even worry about it. I have to go take a trip anyway. I'm picking up the contest winner. Wow, that's pretty exciting stuff. Would you tell them I said hello? Sure, but under one condition. You name it. I want you to teach me how to dance. One day, I'll take over for my brother. I want to be just as famous as you two. The future of many were headed in uncertain directions. However, some were left to embrace their destiny. Arriving in Tokyo, they wanted to protect everyone. But they knew not what grand fate awaited them. Fukumoto here, live from Tokyo. Breaking news, folks, a new visitor. The CEO of Armstrong Incorporated. I thank you so much for giving us your time. The viewers will have lots of questions, especially about the nature of your visit. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, it's a secret. So, you didn't get to then... You understand what my business is like, but nobody should fear for their safety. Words of wisdom if I ever heard them. Tell us, Acheron, about your situation. You were thrust into leadership so fast. Do you have anything to say about that? The viewers wonder about your inheritance. That and the disappearance of your family. He pushes the microphone towards Acheron's face. Acheron pulls back, clearly feeling violated. No comment, I'm afraid. There's far too much speculation. I'm just focusing on performing it admirably. As mysterious as ever, I see. Very well, I certainly trust you. Armstrong has done so much good. America is what's safer in your hands. America. And soon, maybe Japan will be too. We'll await a more formal announcement. Acheron nods and smiles, happy that he backed off. He wasn't about to reveal the reason he was in Tokyo. It was something he'd announce at a later date. However, he knew Japan would love what he had to say. The debut of the world tour came closer and closer, and on the best day of his life, Kilo arrived. But this time around, he was more than a new man. Winning this contest gave him a large sense of hope. Oh my god, that's right, it's gonna be the real Kila! Because he won the contest. In the other old world, he thought he was gonna lose, so he died from despair, but now! Are you sure you don't need any help? Please tell me, it's no trouble at all. I hate for you to hurt yourself, Kila. Oh no, please, don't worry. I've been through much worse, trust me. This is the best I've felt in years. He coughs, placing a hand over his mouth. He carries with a device that assists his breathing. Had things been the other way, Kilo would be bedridden. But winning this contest meant the world to him. You really should have brought a guardian. Didn't you say you had a twin brother? I'm really worried for your safety, Kilo. Please don't coddle me, Rook. And yeah, I do have a brother. He was even prepared to come for me. I know I'm really sick, but it's okay. I'll make sure not to cause any trouble. This will be the best year of my whole life. He was then hit by a bus later that day. Rook smiles as he leads Keela to the exit. But he had an ever-watchful eye on his sickly friend. He guaranteed both his safety and his fun. Deep down inside, this feels familiar to him. Well then, are you ready for some fun? Clace even fought to get you a limo. We'll be going in Toron style. Wow, that's fantastic! He really did that for me? I can't wait to thank him in person. He coughed some more at his overexcitement, but he knew he wouldn't be sick for much longer. Now with all of this hope and all this support, it would play a vital role in his speedy recovery. With everything lined up, it was finally time. Clace took backstage, trembling in fear. Daz joined him, scared of her big debut. Shock and Rock, however, enjoyed the shadows. What if they don't like me? I put my heart and soul into this song. I'd be crushed if they didn't applaud. God, I can't fucking believe we have Clace. What the fuck? What? Oh man, I feel the same way. I had some nightmares last night too. After the song, they were just silent. That's horrible. Just play up the crowd, Daz. Tell them how good they are. Say you love all of them. Do I say Tokyo's the best city ever? Only if you want to be cliché, but I guess we're no stranger to those. It's old-fashioned, but it works. You're singing a slower song, right? Ask them to take out their lighters. It's great to unite the audience. Yeah, it's a slower song. I hope I don't ruin your energy. I wouldn't worry about it, Daz. I'm retiring after this tour anyway. Bullshit! Retiring to what? Write and create a whole bunch of different video games? This is your chance to prove yourself. Retiring? Oh, you must be hearing things. I didn't say anything of the sort. Anyway, I think they'll call us out soon. I'm so nervous. Clace places his hand on Daz's shoulder. He recalls when he was in his exact situation. But in the end, everything worked out. They laughed at this anxiety when it was over. Listen, Daz, everything will be fine. I've heard your voice. It's beautiful. Now let's go sing our hearts out. When their names were called, they ran out on stage. The crowd was pumped, applauding almost immediately. They went on to give a performance for the ages. For once, everything was perfect in their lives. Must be nice. They never know the true cost of that perfection. The world tour went on and launched with a I'm gonna let this go on silently so we can listen. What's happening? He continued to tour with Daz as she performed, all while teaching his brother Numi how to sing. I'm not even into pop. What's happening to me? Clace, is this you? God damn, dude! With Daz's dancing lessons, he was sure to succeed. Singe went on to manage idols for the rest of his days. After Clace, it was Daz, and it never ended. He was devoted to the business well into his old age. However, one day that old age got the better of him. He left behind a legacy in the entertainment industry. He'd never be directly remembered for any of it. To the world, he was the man behind the curtain. But he loved the peace, and he was fine with that. Shock and Rocker wouldn't always remain in the back. When Clace retired, they started their own careers. Their popularity would even surpass some pop idols. Such a fitting fucking song, by the way. And until they retired, they always topped the charts. Daz lived to the bargain, teaching Inumi to dance. When Clace retired, Inumi was already well trained. It only seemed natural that he'd follow his brother. Becoming a pop idol, he also toured the world. After Singe's passing, he needed to make a change. He set his eyes on managing and took Singe's place. How else could he repay the man he saw as a father? He maintained the legacy he worked so hard to create. And Fukumoto got hit by a bus and was not missed by anyone. Fukumoto quickly gained popularity for his unique style. Eventually, he was offered a job with a huge network. Moving to America, he pursued his biggest dream. And he never again resorted to tabloid journalism. Akron was in Tokyo to test a new product. It was a way to subdue without any chance of harm. Armstrong Incorporated became enforcers of peace, and they would never again use death as a tool. He was applauded for the peace he gave Earth. But as most do, he set his sights even higher. One night, fate took him in a drastically new direction, and from that day on, he was never seen again. Rook and Jade's love blossomed as they toured the world. What the fuck would their children look like? Each new stop brought several romantic hotspots. They served Singe loyally until his fateful passing. After that, they wed into a life of peace. After Clace retired, Daz took the spotlight. She was the idol to beat, getting a massive following. World tour after world tour, she kept the momentum. Platinum records and a lifetime of glory awaited her. But she knew this was most likely thanks to Clace. His decision to step down actually raised her up. She'd be forever thankful for what he had done. And they remained friends for the rest of their lives. Keyleth's hope was renewed, and he was happy as ever. After the tour ended, he remained friends with everyone. He beat his illness and lived a long and happy life. Him and his brother Eddie were henceforth inseparable. They founded several charity organizations together. No one would have to suffer like Keyleth did. At least that was their end goal in life. And over time, they helped find many cures. Earth remained isolated for a long time to come. They didn't have the technology to join the galaxy. But this never stopped them from living happily, and for the rest of its existence, Earth was peaceful. I hope Eclair also found happiness. I don't know how I saw all this, to be honest. I would like to say that me and my friends at least got to go back to our Earth. Our purpose there was done. As far as I knew, I was supposed to be dead. But I smiled as I saw the future I left behind. It seemed that in the end, everyone was happy. That was a nice song. What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? Oh!
What's your story? What's your plan? Where you going to? Where do you stand?
This is Daz's song.
In this moment, take a chance. Feel the light shine down. Live your life out now. You can dance. Hear the laughter in the air. Let your voice be heard. If you dare, take the high road to your dreams.
Player belongs to player. Ryu belongs to Ryu. What? Wait, what?
Life could be right now. Come with me.
Ryan Rink? That's a name.
Step towards the edge. What will happen next? Every moment tells the story of
I lastly want to thank you, the player. You supported my dream to to continue creating games.
what would happen
I got.
if we tried. Could we spread
Let me
out
speak over you for a second, Daz. I think it's time. After a nearly wow, Finn, I did it. It's done.
that the world
It's done.
we can shine like stars. We can dream. We can dream. Yeah. We can dream. We can dream.
I think it's time I broke this down Rayman style. What did I actually think of the game? You know what? I liked it. What the fuck? Major Tom, you turn to ground control. I tremble. My entire body is overwhelmed with sensation. I have no idea what just happened or where I am. I pan heavily and take in my surroundings. I'm not dead. I'm still me? It's the Terminus. But wasn't it on a crash course? Hey there, Ryan. Hello, Ryu. It's nice to know that I'm not dead. Can I go back to my Earth now? I don't hear Don or anyone else in my head anymore, so I assume you sent them back. Why am I still here? I'm glad to see you're awake. Glad to see me alive. When you blacked out, I fear the worst. Ryu stands before me and offers me his hand. I take it without hesitation, and he helps me stand. I look out through the window of the bridge, astonished. There are billions of stars shining together. Look at all those worlds, Ryan. It was you who gave them life again. Connected, to live in harmony forever. He smiles as we walk toward the window. I press my hand against it, looking at what I did. I changed reality, united an entire galaxy, an entire multiverse. But for some reason, I saw the future of everything. Yes, I expected as much. Your sight has been twisted. No longer limited to 2 worlds. You can view the entire galaxy. Both its current and future state. Just think of what we're capable of. Maybe we should go and get everybody? It might be good to have some company. And honestly, I grew fond of them all. I'm not sure how to respond to that. I mean, we did go through a lot together. But the future I witnessed was so happy. If I change things up, it could cause tragedy. Besides, I'm not even sure if they would remember me. So much has changed. I wasn't on any of their minds. If we went to recruit them, they'd call us insane. Rather than acknowledging my fear, he gives me a gift. The 2 blades merged into one. But it looks different, don't you think? Like its source of power has changed. It's the sword I held earlier, but purified. Instead of black and red, it was colored differently. Now it wears an ornate white and a beautiful gold. I feel like it could be a source of good in the galaxy. We have lots of exploring to do, and we can continue changing history. But it would be nice to do it with friends. So tell me, what should we do? Should we get the band back together? Or should we leave things as they are? I think long and hard before I answer Ryu. Seems I held the future of everyone in my hands. And it was time for me to decide what happened next. Let's get the band back together, huh? Why not? Maybe? Well then, this will certainly be fun. But Ryan, we have lots to talk about. Luckily, I know where we can waste time. Soon, I feel all too familiar sensation. I embrace it, filled with joy that I survived, and filled with wonder at this galaxy's potential. The world. So later on, Ryan would return to his original world, but apparently wouldn't stay there for too long. He gathered his friends, and they together explored the multiverse, going on multiple bizarre adventures. Did I just find a way in that sentence to turn this playthrough into a fucking prologue for Rayman's Bizarre Adventures? I think I did. And I think I just did. I think I just fucking did. And we would and we would get to meet everyone from this universe again. Say, hey, by the way, boop. We had wacky zany adventures. How's it going, bro? That boop was me making them remember. It's like, what's up, bro? Hey, Eddie, your brother's alive. I brought him back. I didn't kill him. He looks good. Fukumoto. Fuck you. Daz, we actually never got to meet. Oh, Sam's here. Sam's looking for another dance. Excuse us. Whoa. Lady, oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen of the goddamn internet. My name is Ryan, aka the Ryeman. I just found a way to work this story into the dumbass plot of the Rayman Empire. Whole new bunch of wacky, zany fucking characters and all. Max is still out there, probably super pissed! And there's probably now a new super villainess who can stop fucking time. We'll have to deal with her at some point later on now, won't we? The band's back together. Anumi would probably also... Anumi would either be going through music, or he would... Anumi is probably going to intern under me to follow in my footsteps. To become a badass in his own right. Oh god, those fucking Disney-style adventures. Fuck. Anyway, like, the possibilities are now fucking endless. This game grew on me. It legitimately did. It grew on me. And you know, I had fun with it in the end. God damn it. Fucking Clace. God damn it, Clace. What the fuck, bro? I haven't even met you, but what the fuck, bro? He's probably gonna come out of the woodworks now saying, ah, glad you liked it, huh? How about these games, motherfucker? I'll explore the world and keep interacting with his characters in my own part. I still probably will go back to my own Earth. Ryo, you pull me out again, we will have words. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Major Minor. I will see all of you guys on the next bizarre adventure. Stay awesome out there. Adios. Bye!